All right, now we're gonna hop in and see. We're gonna look at sales growth. So we've looked at PE ratio, we looked at market cap, we've looked at the income statement, and we've looked at the return on investment capital. So now we're gonna go and we're gonna look at the sales growth. Can you show the students how do we analyze the sales growth?
All right, awesome. Thank you, Mark. Let's dive into this as well. We kind of went over this earlier. TSN. Let's go back to Tyson Foods since we've been here. The funny thing is show you how cool this is. We just picked Tyson Foods out of the hat, like literally out of the hat. And
Mhm.
we are actually breaking this company down to see why it's doing well or it's not doing well.
Yeah, I know.
And
I was gonna get Tesla, and then I was just like, no, let's just pick something else because Tesla's like too easy. So we just picked
yeah,
Tesla
yeah,
Foods because we recognize it.
yeah, easy, right? Yeah, too easy. And like I say, Tyson Food because we recognize the brand name. That's what makes the market cap so big. All right, so let's go back to financials.
Okay.
Real easy, right? What I said earlier, right? You see the overview, come down, Mark, real quick, and you can get it here, right? Actually, you see the income statement, the blue lines that we saw earlier, and those are the sales, right? Click income statement real quick.
Yes.
Go to that again, and this is how you look at, total revenue is from 2017 to 2020 from 38 billion to 43 billion, right? So if you want to calculate how what's the percentage, you can do this. So you take 43 minus 38, which is 5, and you divide it by the last number, which is 38. And that lets you know that it grew 13% from 2017 to 2020. And 2021 trailing 12 months is right around 42 billion. So that's not a bad growth, actually. Considering it's a $1 billion company, right? So from 13%, 3%, 13% growth from 2017 to 2009 to now 2020, and that's the total revenue. And you can look at some other stuff, like I said, operating expenses and all that type of stuff, but that's not the total sales. And so we want to look at how much revenue that this particular company is earning on a year-to-year basis. And again, looking at this particular chart, you can see that it's growing a little bit. It's mostly sideways from 2017 to 2020. It's not a big growth, but when you're looking at a company that has an almost $30 billion market cap, it's going to take a lot for it to grow, right? And that can help you into making an investment decision. Again, everything is predicated off of comparing it to his peers, but we're breaking this particular one down really, really well. And we can look at a peer of Tyson Foods and we'll see, hey, you know what? It may look a little different, or Tyson Food may be the best of breed if we want to invest in any one company, and we can do that.
Like what you're saying is it's good to be able to see their sales growth, but there might be a better company in that industry that has a slightly higher or better sales growth, or might be a more stable company. Just because they're doing good doesn't mean that they're the best investment. But what we can see right now is they look like a solid, at least solid, steady investment with a market capitalization that could sustain something kind of like what happened last year. And you don't really have to, jump out and think the company's going to collapse. Like that's what we're starting to kind of understand about looking at the numbers.
Exactly. That's exactly it. Real quick, type in QSR.
Yep.
This is where you are. You see the ticker?
Yep.
QSR. I'm going to show you a quick example. You see restaurant brands?
Yep.
Guess who is a part of restaurant brands? Go back to financials.
Right. Oh, back to these financials for them, or
Yeah, no, that right there. No, financials. That particular link, yes. Go to income statement. All right. So guess who is a part of what is that? Restaurant brands.
who?
Popeyes. You remember the big old Popeye chicken extravaganza that was going on about a year and a half, 2 years
Oh
ago?
man, you talking about the spicy chicken sandwich?
Spicy chicken sandwich, right? And so people are like, okay, everybody's buying Popeyes, first they're killing themselves, with all that type of stuff, the fried food, or whatever. That's another story. But this is a parent company of Popeyes. And and this is a direct competitor to Tyson Foods. So from what we saw, just looking at the income statement, and what we saw, what this is again how fast you can really see and compare companies to the next, without really deep diving. From 2017 to 2020, it goes up to 2019. I guess that's when the Popeyes pandemic thing happened. And then 2020, you see, and it falls down, right? And if you look at it, the total revenue, the chart underneath, 4.7 billion to 5.2 billion, right? And so remember I told you, take 5.2 minus 4.7, 5.2 minus 4.7 divided by 4.7, and that's only a 10% increase. So Tyson Food sales has increased more than restaurant brands, and we can do the same thing.
They were at 13%.
Yeah, at 13%, exactly, right? So go back one page real quick. One more.
Okay.
Let's go to the home page. There we go. And you see the chart. The chart is moving up, but Tyson Foods had a bit, it's having a better as far as better 2020, right? So you want to 2021. You want to compare each brand. Now, if you got in May of last year, it looked like it was at $42 all the way up to now. What is that? $60, $65. Not a bad investment, but you want to compare these two companies to make sure that you're making the right buy. And that's up to you, whatever you would like to invest in. So that's a quick little synopsis.
Thank you for bringing out sales growth.
Yes, sir.